let's talk through the email sending options. Log into your Rehab My Patient account and go to settings in the top right corner. Now scroll down, and if you are the administrator on the account, this is where you set the settings for everybody. Go to email settings and you can select the option that you want. Now there's lots of different options here, and there's an explanation of each option. So if you want patients to reply to the practitioner directly, they can keep this top one selected. Now if you want the patient to reply but it to go to your clinic email address, make sure you click this one and just input the clinic email address into this box, or if it's not inputted, it will go to the email address listed on your clinic information. If you want the practitioner to choose their options personally, select this one, because some practitioners in your clinic might want to receive replies directly, some might not, so they can choose it. And do not receive replies from patients. So this is very common for NHS trusts where they don't want patients to email back. So if you do not want patients to reply to the practitioner, make sure you click this one here. And then I just go to the personal settings. So this is what you'd see as a practitioner. If you click email options, you'll see that the options are now disabled because the administrator on the account has clicked do not receive replies from patients, and that's what they've set for all the practitioners on the account. So if you change the options under email settings here, then it will have an effect on your practitioner settings, which are in the personal settings here. Right, if you're not sure what to click, we suggest you just select the top one. All practitioners will receive emails from patients. This is the most commonly selected option in private practice. The most commonly selected option in NHS is this one. Now you can also use the CC and BCC for patients. So if you work with a cohort, like let's say you support a local running club and you want to copy in the coach regularly to emails or exercise plans, you can actually tick this box, which will then mean you can input the CC and BCC emails for patients. I'll just show you what that looks like. Okay, so let's go to create new plan. Let's go to add new patient, and you'll see email CC and email BCC are now added into the add new patient. Let's just unselect that. And now if we go back to add new patient, you'll see there's no email CC and email BCC. Good. Let's scroll down. Now, a very useful thing is you can also automatically just copy in your clinic to each email. If you want to do that, a lot of private clinics do that. Just select this, and every time you email a patient, it will also copy in the clinic into that email and exercise plan. Now you can also set up forwarding as well. So let's say you wanted to forward all exercise plans sent from your team to a personal email address or a different email address. You can input that information into CC or blind carbon copy here. Now, the email sending options. Rehab My Patient send all our emails directly using our email server, which is hosted on Amazon. And we have a 98% delivery rate. However, occasionally emails get blocked or go to junk, and that depends on people's spam settings. If you want to use your own SMTP settings, you can. This requires technical knowledge. You'd input the information in the same way you'd set up your email address in Gmail or in Outlook. You'd need to input your outgoing server details of port, your password, whether the encryption is connected or not, and if authentication is required. This is really more complicated settings, so we advise you just to stick to send from email rehab my patient email address. Now you can also edit the outgoing email that you send your patient. So let's look at this. Dear Salutation means it will address your patient as Mr., Mrs., Doctor. If you've entered a title, it will refer to them as title and last name. If you've not entered a title, it will refer to them as Dear John, Dear Jeff. Please find attached your exercise plan, and then there's patient login details. That's if they want to click a login. Then there's your clinic information here. You see it's all really branded, so it looks like the email is coming from your own clinic. Now we recommend you don't change around these fields, but if you want to add your own text into here, of course, please do. Anything that adds text into here will make it more personal. You might, for example, say that you have got a new phone number, or you have booking online, or you run Pilates classes on a Thursday evening. You can put in information here that might be useful to the patient. And here's a list of fields you can also use if you want to be a bit more technical with pre-inputting information. Here is the tele-rehab invite. So this is an email that is sent out if you do a tele-rehab session. Works the same way as this email here. And this is a clinical notes template. If you want to send your clinical notes to a patient, it will use this template here. When you're ready, just click save. And that's the settings done.